Hiya guys, it's Draw Law here today, and I've got this picture in front of me that I've already drawn and inked, and I'm going to be showing you guys how I like to use ombres in my drawings. If you don't know what an ombre is, it's pretty much when you blend from one color to another color, and they look really nice. But before we get started, please make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and hit the bell to receive notifications if you haven't already. So I'm just going to show you guys a little something before I get started. I'm having a red and a pink, and I'm going to blend from the red to the pink, just so you guys get an idea of what an ombre is. Before I start, I always like to uncap both of them, that way I can quickly switch from one to the next. So I'm starting with the red, and then I'm putting in a little bit of pink, and then in the middle, I just go with a little bit of red and then a little bit of pink, and I put them on top of each other. And eventually you get this really cool blend. See, even though I just went over with the pink, now I'm going with the red, and then I'm going with the pink again. And you just continue this until you're satisfied. See, you can see that it's from dark to light. I'm going to show you another example, but this time I'm not going to choose very similar colors. I'm going from pink to green. And this is just to show you guys that you can really ombre anything. So it's mostly the middle part you're focusing on, where the two colors meet. So I just keep going over with the pink and over with the green until it looks smooth, until you can't see where it started from. And at first it might look a little bit murky, like it might look like pink and then brown in the middle and then green, but after working with it just a little bit, it really looks nice. See, you can already tell that it's looking blended. And yeah, so if you like this, stay tuned because that's what this whole video is going to be about. So right now I'm just going to be selecting my colors. I'm going to start with the skirt, and I like to have 3 colors to blend with: a dark blue, a medium blue, and a light blue. I decided to start with dark on top and make my way down and make it light. So I'm starting with my darkest blue on top. Oh, and I'm trying to make each section equal. So I have an equal dark blue, an equal medium blue, and an equal light blue section. And I'm pretty much doing the exact same thing I showed you guys up top with the red and pink and red and green. I first go within my dark blue, then I go with my medium blue, and then I just work in the middle. I try to make the middle blend look like, it's just the blend, until you can't realize that it's 2 different colors. It looks like it's just one blending into the next. And spoiler alert, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I think it turned out amazing. Oh yeah, here I'm going in with the light blue, and I don't know why, but I feel like the light blue with the medium blue took me a little bit. It took me longer than I blended the dark blue, so I'm not sure. But sometimes it can take longer than others. You just gotta keep at it, Don't give up, just keep going, and I promise it'll eventually look good. I'm not kidding when I say you can literally blend anything. I mean, if you wanted to, you could blend like a black and maybe like a really light pink if you wanted to, and it would still look okay. So I think I've pretty much finished up the skirt. I'm just going over because there were some white specks that I had left in, so I'm just going to make sure everything's filled out. But the thing with the skirt is that it's a pleated skirt, so some sections are going to be on top of others. So I'm going to have to shade it. And you might be thinking, how are you supposed to shade a skirt that has 3 different colors in it? Well, I will explain to you right now. I have this little trick that I like to do where if I use more than one color and I need to shade them all, I find like an in-between color. And that's exactly what I did in this case. I found like this dark gray blue kind of a color, and I went under all the pleats and I shaded with that. It actually looked really nice. You could believe that it was like, that's how it was supposed to look. And then after I finished shading with the gray, I decided to go one more time over with the light blue, and I just added the light blue on top of the gray just to, I don't know, I think I was just adding it just for fun, but I think it actually did end up making it look better just because it brought it in kind of with the color scheme. So now I'm working on the top, and I went with this really pretty kind of periwinkle blue, and I thought it would complement the skirt. I didn't want to add an ombre to the top because I thought if there's already an ombre on the skirt, an ombre on the top would just look too busy. And I like it. The way the simplicity looks with the complex skirt, I think it really just goes well with each other. And yeah, so that's the outfit. Her outfit is pretty much done. Well, I guess except for the shoes, but I'll do that later. And now I'm going to be moving on to her hair, which is also going to be an ombre. So I was going for that look where people have brown hair and on the tips it's bleached and it's blonde, and I think that looks really nice. So I'm coloring the top part of her hair brown, and I'm not worrying about the top at all, but as I get closer to the bottom, I already start preparing to blend it. So what I did was I had this brown color, and then I had this dark yellow, and then I had the yellow that I wanted the hair to blend into. So I went from the brown to the dark yellow to the yellow, which took a little bit of blending because brown and yellow aren't so close of colors. But like I said, you could blend anything. You just need to be patient. And it ended up working out. I did want to make the brown a little bit darker though because I felt that there wasn't enough contrast with it, and I really wanted there to be like dark brown, especially in back of the light shirt. So I went over that a second time, but the good thing about alcohol markers is that if you go over it enough, it'll be dark. So it ended up working out nicely. And now I'm just moving on to the shoes. Nothing too interesting there, except I'm not really good at drawing toes, so the feet look kind of weird. That's something I definitely need to work on. That's why I decided to draw her in sandals. I didn't want to make her barefoot, but I'm like, okay, if I want to practice feet, I guess I could practice drawing her in sandals. And it's evident I do need practice. And now moving on to the skin, which I guess kind of is an ombre too, because I shade the skin. I go from like dark to light. And then there's also the rosy cheeks, which you're going from like pink rosy cheeks to peach skin. So, I mean, if that's the case, I wonder if you can consider anything an ombre. Like, even if you're just shading it. If you shade something, is it considered an ombre? I am not sure. But anyway, I'm just getting off topic. That's what I'm doing here. I'm coloring in the skin, adding some shading in places I need to, like under the skirt, under the shirt, on the elbows. And I sometimes add it to the fingers just to give the fingers a little bit of color. I also always add it under the neck because the head casts a shadow on the neck, so that's one of the places I always shade, under the neck. And then the ears, and I shade the inside of the ears. Honestly, it's not that difficult. I just imagine the places that are covered by something or it would be darker, and I just put a darker color there. And now I'm getting ready to do the rosy cheeks. And I always get nervous when I'm doing the rosy cheeks because you have to move fast on the face so that the face is still wet enough where you could put the pink and it'll blend good. But you also can't move too fast because if you move too fast, then the face will be all splotchy. So I always get nervous. You can't move too fast, not too slow, just right. And luckily, I did just right. And the rosy cheeks ended up turning out so cute. I love them. And I think I'm pretty much done. I think I'm just adding some finishing touches, like shading the skin that I missed because I was so worried about getting the rosy cheeks right. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Thanks to all of you who watched this video. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to receive notifications so you guys know every time I post a video. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye!